Hey, so we are going to be dealing with instructors. The reason I'm doing this is I found that in the past, I often get students and they don't know when the peep and creep should be used and what the dangers are of not using or using the peep and creep inappropriately. It's more about the danger of using the peep and creep inappropriately, that's the problem, than anything else, okay? Does anybody know what the definition is of the peep and creep? What is the definition?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So peep and creep is being able to move into the road slowly and controlled. Now, I'm also going to be sharing with you when you could possibly fail using a peep and creep. And that's where people often make mistakes. So what we've covered already, it's a control technique where vision is restricted at the end of the road. It's common at closed junctions, tight roundabouts, reversing into traffic. Helps you move safely into traffic without full visibility. If you and I've been in situations like this. I parked up in front of a shop and it was a diagonal parking, and then I've had a van on my left hand side and I have to reverse back out into the road. And the only way you can do it, and the safest way for you to do a situation like that type of reversing, is to use the peep and creep. It's safer to use a peep and creep if you use a peep and creep than somebody directing you, because people don't always react to the person directing you. It's better to simply peep and creep. It's actually safer. All right, so we just looked at this. This is what we're looking at. Houses built or fences built right up to the corner, and this person here who's now at the junction has got absolutely no chance. I mean, here's the driver. If you draw a line, straight line there, he can't see that his vision, this driver's vision, is very restricted. And the vision of the driver is restricted in both directions because the driver is sitting back here and they can't see up the road. So they have to move slowly out onto the road until they can actually physically see the whole of the road before they can make a final decision to move. Okay, all right, so that is basically the peep and creep. Okay, so there are common test faults. Let's watch the video. I'm just going to play the video and then we can all just sit back, grab the popcorn, and we'll watch. It's a video I made a while back to really explain it to everybody, because I had a lot of students come to me and they hadn't actually got into a situation where they had needed to use the peep and creep. And I think that's often part of the problem, is that people don't get into situations where they physically have to use the peep and creep. So here we go.
Okay, so today we're going to look at the peep. And the question is always, when do you use the peep and creep and what makes it work? Why does it work? And the first thing is, the peep and creep is used where vision is restricted when you're going onto a road. You haven't got an area, you can't look to the left and right because for some reason something is blocking. There might be a truck or something parked right up close, or you might have walls or hedges or something that restricts your vision, and you can't, when you get to the point at which you need to observe to decide whether you can go onto the road or not, you can't actually physically see far enough up the road in either direction, maybe in both directions, where you have to give priority to other vehicles. You move out very slowly. And it's always a good idea to drop your windows as well, because you can hear vehicles coming. But remember, you can't hear a bicycle coming. So you've got to keep looking. You've got to look both directions as you're going out the whole time, checking the traffic. You can't decide it's fine on that side and you're just going to be checking this side as you go out, because this is where you can't see. By the time you've done the peep and creep, something could be coming down from the other side of the road. So peep and creep is that situation where obviously you can't see. You have to move across traffic or into traffic and you can't see. And the only way you can do it safely is by doing it slowly. And the reason it works is because when you do it slowly, other cars can see your predicament, because any experienced driver will tell you that if you can't see the driver can't see you. And that's always the same. And if you can't see the other vehicle, or if you're coming down the road, on the road where the people are peeping and creeping onto, and you can't see the driver, you must know the driver can't see you. Now, your sound might alert the driver, but remember, it has to be slow. It really has to be a slow situation. You hear something, you stop. You see something, you stop. Then you can decide whether you go or you don't go. Now, as the vehicle is coming out onto the road and someone's coming down the road at the vehicle progressing onto the road, you have the situation where that driver can decide, can he get past you safely, or does he need to stop? But if you jump onto the road, then you get into a situation where he doesn't have a choice to make the decision, and he might not be able to stop in time. So we're going to go through the next series of videos. We're going to show you the situation graphically on a white paper with 2 bricks on either side, where we simulate a peep and creep situation and explain it to you. And then we're also going to actually watch some video on the physical road, and you can have a look to see how it goes. But the thing you must remember, it has to be slow. You can use it when you might have to reverse onto the road, or you can use it when you're moving forward onto the road. So it's an either or situation. But remember, it has to be slow. Anything comes, you stop, you look. Then you decide whether you move further until you get to the point where you can clearly see, and then you can make a decision, do you go or do you wait?
We've got a situation here where we've got a very tight area and we're coming up to a main road. We're going to be turning right, and we've got restricted vision in both directions over there, okay? So we can see on both sides we've got restricted vision. So as we come up to this road, there's a giveaway line at the end of the road. We check our mirrors, we put on our right signal, and we come in very, very slowly so that we don't shoot out onto this road. This is a very dangerous situation if we do it wrong. So now we've got our right signal on and we're peeping and creeping as we're going up. I just think it's really important to notice this specific peep and creep. There is no vision left or right. You have those walls and everything right on the edge of the road, and there is no vision. You cannot see. When you're looking at the car coming out, you can't see the driver. The driver won't be able to see you. That's the exact situation that we've got here now.
Right. So what happens is we've got a learner in the car back here, and this learner needs to come out onto this main road because once they stop at the line here, if you look where the driver is, the driver has no chance of looking what's coming up or down the road from the other side. And this car is destined to turn right. So it's got its right signal on, it's come down the road, got its right signal on, it has to turn right. Now the principle of peep and creep is the car moves out very slowly, and preferably with the windows open. And if this car coming down the road, if this car is too close at the time this car starts to move, as long as this car is moving slowly, this car can go around that car and there's not a problem. This car will stop if it hears or sees anything, it just stops.